Hello students, today we'll start the chapter number 7, Congruence of Triangles. So here in this session we will learn the concept of congruent figure also. So let's start. So objective of this lesson is we have to identify the congruence of figures, definition of the congruence of triangles and examples of this congruent figures in this session. So let's start. As in the previous session you had been gone through some objects which shows the congruency. So the geometric figure are congruent if they are the same size and shape. That meaning is corresponding angles and the corresponding sides are in the same position in the figures or polygons with an equal number of sides. The meaning of this, if we are talking about the circle, so in two circles are congruent if their radius are equal. Two squares are congruent when the four sides are of equal length, and two rectangles are known as the congruent if the both rectangles having the same measurement. Now we can say the polygon are congruent if and only if their corresponding sides are congruent. Now in the sense of polygon, if we are talking about polygon, then that may be triangle or maybe square or maybe rectangle or pentagon. So in this case, when we are talking about the polygon, we have that the corresponding sides are equal, then the polygons are congruent. For example, as in our daily routine, we have come across these type of examples like coins of 5 rupees, coins of 2 rupees, coins of 1 rupee, coins of 10 rupees, all are congruent figures as they are equal in size and shape. Similarly, the disc, the two CDs are congruent figure as the radius of the circles are same. Two biscuits, two letter pads, two cards and also two pizzas, they are also the congruent figures. So these are the examples of congruent figures. Now let us talk about congruence of triangles. What is the meaning of the congruence of triangles? As we learned that the polygon having equal side in measure, equal number of side in measure, so they are the congruent. Now we are talking about the triangles. So in this sense of the triangle, what is the congruency? So two triangles are congruent if their corresponding angles and corresponding sides are equal. So in this figure, as the sides are marked and angles are marked by the different colors, so we can say when we are keeping one over another, so both the figures will overlap to one another and we can say these two triangles are congruent. So we can write as angle P is equal to angle L, angle R is equal to angle K, angle Q is equal to angle J, side PR is equal to side LK, side PQ is equal to side LJ and side QR is equal to side JK. So the three angles and the three sides are equal in measure in both the triangles. So we can say these two triangles are congruent. Now we can write the congruency as triangle PQR is congruent to triangle LJK. So the name of the triangles we have to write according the congruent parts as P and L. These two angles are equal, so P and L are equal, so we have to write PQ. Q is equal to angle J, so Q and J, R and K. So these relation is with P and L, they are one one to one correspondence. That means P is corresponds to L, Q corresponds to J, and R corresponds to K. According to this corresponds, we have to write the name of the congruent figures or congruent triangle. So here we can say triangle PQR is congruent to triangle LJK. This means P corresponds to L, Q corresponds to J, and R corresponds to K. And the symbol of congruence is this. So whenever we have to show the two figures are congruent, we place this sign here there, so it shows that that figures or the triangles are congruent. Now, as if two triangles are congruent, then after this all the corresponding parts are equal. If the triangles are congruent, that meaning is whatever the angles and whatever the sides, all the equal in measures. So it is termed as CPCT. So this is as full form corresponding parts of congruent triangle, CPCT. So by this we can understand that the congruence of triangles, how we have to observe, how we can write the corresponds to the vertices or corresponds to the angles or corresponding sides, we can write.